Welcome to Panthera's Paranormal Odyssey, for everyone who loves the paranormal. I have researched topics on everything including hauntings, cryptids, stories, and my own personal experiences. If you have a recommendation, email me at the address below. I'd love to hear from you. Let's start today's Odyssey. Most of us that are into the paranormal read a lot, and reading is a good habit. But if the books are cursed, there's a chance you may be selling your soul to the devil. There are some books that many people fear to hold that kind of risk. These are some of those books. Codex Gigas, or otherwise known as the Devil's Bible. The Devil's Bible is 36 inches tall, 20 inches wide, 8.7 inches thick, and weighs 165 pounds. Contains 310 pages made of the vellum of 160 donkeys. Originally, the Devil's Bible contained 320 pages, but at some point in time, the last 10 pages were cut out and removed from the book. The Devil's Bible was meant to be a work of history. That is why it contains the Christian Bible in its entirety, the Jewish war, and the Jewish antiquities. In addition to these texts, there are a number of shorter texts, including, for an example, on medical practices, penance, and exorcism. Based on the amount of text and the details of the illuminations, it has been estimated that it took as long as 30 years to finish the book. The Devil's Bible has been given its name because of a full-size portrait of the devil. Portraits of the devil were common during the Middle Ages, but this particular portrait is unique. Here, the devil is portrayed alone on the page. The image is very big, 19 inches tall. The devil is crouching and facing toward. He is naked apart from an ermine loincloth. Ermine is worn as a sign of royalty. It is believed that the devil wears ermine in this image to demonstrate that he is the Prince of Darkness. On the opposite page of the portrait of the devil is an image of the heavenly city. This has been interpreted as the heavenly Jerusalem mentioned in the book of Revelation. It was common in the Middle Ages to leave book spreads on display to convey a message to those who saw it. It is believed that the message intended here is to show the rewards of a God-fearing life on one page and the horrors of a sinful life on the other. The Devil's Bible was written in the 13th century by a Buddhist monk. He vowed to his master, but he broke it, and as punishment, he closed himself in a room and decided not to eat and drink anything. He resolved to write what he learned in his life, like black magic and dark mystery, in a book in a single night. The Buddhist monk wrote 310 pages out of 320. He was not able to write the rest of them, so he called someone for help, the king of demons, Lucifer. He called him and sold his soul to him to complete the book. The Buddhist monk died, and Lucifer took the pen and completed the last 10 pages of the book. In 1594, the Devil's Bible was brought to Prague from the Gromov Monastery, where it had been kept since the year 1420. King Rudolph II asked to borrow the Devil's Bible. He promised the monks that when he was finished with the book, he would return it, which he, of course, never did. In July of 1648, during the final clashes of the 30 Years' War, the Swedish army looted the city of Prague. Among the treasures they stole and brought back with them when they returned was the book called The Devil's Bible. Now, the Devil's Bible is kept in a locker of the Vatican City with the Grand Grimoire. But the last 10 pages of this book, which was written by the demon, were stolen by someone or something. No one knows who has it, who is using it, and how it is being used. Lesser Key of Solomon. The Lesser Key of Solomon, also known as a clavicular Solomon is Regius, a male given name, and of course all scary things need multiple names, is a cursed grimoire of demonology. A grimoire is a textbook of magic, typically including instructions on how to create magical objects like talismans and amulets, how to perform magic spells, charms, and also how to summon or invoke entities such as angels, spirits, deities, and demons. Basically, the Lesser Key of Solomon is one of those 101 on creepy. Nobody knows the author responsible for the Lesser Key of Solomon. It's not even sure when it was written, but best guesses point to it starting out as several separate texts that later came together sometime in the 17th century. The book contains passages on how to conjure spirits of the dead and demons and how to control these entities to do our bidding. Curses and invocations also play a large role in the ancient text. Mysterious topics like how to become invisible and locate missing or stolen items. Love potions and liqueurs of persuasion are also scattered throughout the book. For centuries, the book has been followed by rumors that it is cursed with a spell so dark, and anyone who has a copy of the book on their shelf will face certain doom. The curse doesn't specify what will happen if you own a copy, but don't keep it on the shelf or you'll be screwed. Those who have owned it have reported strange occurrences like pages turning on their own and books violently flying across the room. Strange whispers and shadow creatures have also been reported by owners of the manual. Book of Soyga. The Book of Soyga is an occult text that dates to at least the 1500s. We know about it only because it was once owned by John Dee, a famous 16th century polymath whose fields of study and expertise included mathematics, physics, chemistry, and astronomy. Dee was also an occultist who was particularly interested in communicating with angels. The Book of Soyga must have been irresistible to him. Besides magical spells and writings about demonology and astrology, the text includes the names and genealogies of angels. It also includes 36 cryptic tablets that remained undeciphered for centuries. Dee attempted to crack their code with the help of Edward Kelly, a crystal gazer who convinced Dee he could channel the voices of angels. So, put yourself in John Dee's shoes. You have been interested in magic and occult since many years, and you have in your hands an incomprehensible magic book. Its pages are covered by more than 40,000 randomly distributed letters. You suspect they hide a message, but in many years you failed to penetrate their secret. Your colleague Edward Kelly offers you to interview the Archangel Uriel. Wouldn't you start your conversation asking him to reveal to you the mysterious code? It really happened on March 10th, 1582. Kelly has with himself a special mirror through which the archangels speak using its voice. The first question by Dee is about the mysterious Book of Soyga. The archangel speaks in Latin, explaining that the pages of the book are special. They were revealed to Adam by the good angels of God in the Garden of Eden. Dee asks Uriel how to interpret its content. The question is related to the peculiar structure of the final 36 pages of the book, all showing a big square made of 36 rows per 36 columns of Latin letters, and no word could be easily recognized. Uriel explains that only the Archangel Michael knows its secret. Dee is worried by the voices about the book, according to which its secrets would bring to death in 2.5 years. Uriel is vague about this point. According to skeptics, Kelly was forced to be vague about the topic, ignoring himself the secret of the book. At the end of the conversation, no information given by Uriel is of any use for Dee. On April 24, 1583, the alchemist will take a note in his diary, which will be of paramount importance in our century. The book shows the alternative title, Alidaria. From that moment on, the Book of Soyga is lost. A historian and novelist working at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles in 1994 was working on her dissertation about John Dee. Reading his diaries and finding references to the dialogue with Uriel, she asked herself, where would the Book of Soyga be? The conversation between Dee and Uriel took place in London, so she started her quest at the British Library. She immediately found it catalogued under its alternative title, Alidaria. Everyone before her couldn't find it under the letter S of Soyga. A second book was found in Oxford at the Bulletin Library under the same alternative title. For centuries after Dee's inquiry, we can only try to solve the same enigma. Is there an order behind the 40,000 letters spread on its 36 tables? And that's today's Odyssey. This segment has been very exciting research. I hope you all enjoyed this Odyssey. I really enjoyed bringing it to you all. If you like this part 1 of a part 2 series, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free and it really helps out. And remember, be careful of the books you buy and put on your shelf. You may be dealing with demons and magic. Bye, y'all.